Hey there, Steve Day here, boutique property agent with a quick market update. Well, it's all happening and it isn't happening. We've got developments coming out of the ground everywhere, building going on everywhere throughout the Shire at the moment. New projects being advertised almost every week. Something popping up on every street corner, it appears. But yet at the same time, what isn't happening is existing stock listings. They're right down still, way down, and that seems to be holding prices very firm at the moment, and auction clearance rates still tracking pretty high. We're only at this point 8 Saturdays away from Christmas, so it's not leaving much time for new stock to hit the market, considering it's probably going to take people at least a couple of weeks to get their property ready to list. You consider a 4 to 5 week campaign, that's 7 weeks. That puts us essentially the week leading up to Christmas. So look, a lot of people are already saying it's too late, we're going to hold off for the new year. So I think this low stock's going to remain for the rest of the year, and you know, maybe next year we might see a bit of an increase in stock levels, which supply and demand obviously is what's driving prices and always does. So that could put pressure on prices to come off. But what I will say, with all this new stock that's coming up, banks are now, from developers, expecting to see at least 110% debt coverage in either upfront capital or in pre-sales. And they're wanting to see in their projections at least 20% profit for the developer before they're going to fund. So a lot of these sites that are being advertised at the moment, there's suggestions that with the sales of pre-sales that are happening, which have really slowed down, that a lot of these developers won't meet the bank's criteria and not end up getting their funding. So for that reason, what's starting to happen is we're seeing a lot of the developers wanting to offload their sites, and there's quite a bit of that going on now, where sites are changing hands. Developers are reducing the price to get the property sold, because they know that they're not going to get the funding from the bank to deliver the development. So Miranda is a good example of that. Now there's so much proposed development down there, but you know, a lot of it it's not starting, and it may not start. So it's a bit of a funny market right now. Christmas tends to be a good time to sell, because stock levels do start to dry up, so anything on the market tends to move. So if it is that you're considering a sale, you know, it's definitely worth considering, even though we haven't got much time left in the year, to have a chat with us and see if we've got a buyer. It doesn't mean you have to market the property. It might be that we can introduce a buyer from our database and get a good price from you prior to Christmas. So keep in touch. Steve Day here. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. Drop us a line or an email if you want to get in touch, and look forward to talking to you soon.